What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Steve. I'm not in the 944 today because we are going up with Northern Ohio PCA to the Henry Ford Museum and the Lingenfelter collection. So we are almost at the Henry Ford right now, so let's get into it. So our weekend started Saturday morning at Porsche of North Olmsted, who were kind enough to host us before we went out. So while we were waiting, we got a chance to look at some of the new models they had, the 718 Boxster and the 991.2. And even though it was a Porsche dealer, we had more cars that people drove in than the dealer had sitting out front. So it was really awesome to see all these Porsches, old and new, drive in and drive off onto the highway together. Once we got into Michigan, we met up with some other members from different Porsche Club regions. One in particular had this really nice looking 968, which in my opinion is one of the best looking Porsches of all time, and I hope I can have one of those in my garage one day. So once we got to the museum, we all parked in classic Porsche fashion as far away from everyone else as we could get. My dad did let me drive in, which was an amazing privilege, getting to drive such a powerful and just fantastically made car. The 996 has a ton of power, fantastic handling, and while it's a fantastic driving machine, it was absolutely terrifying having to drive it through traffic. Luckily, we didn't run into any problems on the road, so we arrived at the Henry Ford safely. So here's what I got to see at the Henry Ford. So this place is really amazing. They've got a lot more than just Fords. There's just so much to see there. Planes, trains, and some really cool cars I'll take a minute on. There's this thing, which is an electric car, apparently. They also have another car called the Goldenrod, which is a very long car. It held the land speed record for about 25 years. At just under 410 miles an hour, and as you can see, it's a very long car. Just keeps going and going, and then it stops. And there's just so much more. One of the things that I found really interesting was this Bugatti. It was made in the 1930s. Only 6 of these cars were ever made, so it was really cool getting to see something that was a piece of history. There's also this really mesmerizing, really just mesmerizing generator they had on display. And there's just so much stuff that they had there on display. They had this circular house, they had a trolley car diner, and they had what I thought was really cool to see, an Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. So it was just really cool to see all this stuff, not just Ford stuff, but just automotive and industrial and engineering history. And it was just awesome to see all this stuff. So if you ever get the chance and you're in the Detroit area, I definitely recommend going to check out the Henry Ford. It's a really cool place to go see. It was really fun to go up there with the Porsche Club for that weekend. And in part 2, next video, I'm going to show you the really cool thing about the weekend, the Lingenfelter car collection. That was amazing to see. So subscribe if you want to get notified when that comes out, like this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.